The festive season is packed with tough, unenviable jobs like stuffing the turkey or untangling the Christmas lights for the tree, which, bear with me a moment. Nope, there'll be no Christmas lights this year. But no one has a tougher gig than Santa Claus, who not only has to defy the laws of space and time to deliver gifts to literally millions of people in one night, but also has to put up with the following ludicrous ordeals and violent mishaps. So when you're leaving out that milk and cookie for Santa on Christmas Eve, consider these the worst things to ever happen to Santa. And I don't know, maybe make it 2 cookies?
Here in the UK, we actually don't leave cookies out for Santa, we leave him a mince pie, as a traditional reminder that our annual festive snack is dried fruit and lard. In France though, on the night before Christmas, they do leave out delicious cookies for Père Noël. So probably that's what French Santa was expecting when he swooped into Paris in the Christmas-themed hitman mission named Holiday Hoarders. What Santa understandably wasn't expecting was to be cold-cocked by a professional assassin, who then nicks all his clothes.
No one likes you anymore. Santa Claus, you're not real, man. I will not accept your presence here either.
In this bonus mission, Agent 47 returns to the Parisian palace to catch a couple of burglars in the act and take them out, in the brutal Home Alone style spirit of the season.
Santa is a lie. He's a lie.
For maximum points, you must do so with Agent 47 dressed up as a murder Santa. And how are you going to get a Santa suit this late in the day, with all the shops closed? That's right, only by conking real-life actual Santa on the head when he magically materialises in the palace attic, then stripping the Santa suit off his unconscious bod in the same kind of ultra-violent festive greeting that presumably got Kevin McAllister sent straight to therapy when his parents found out. Eesh. Sorry, Santy. Needs must though. Oh, and also, Santa has clearly given up cookies given the slim body-hugging fit of this ensemble on 47's athletic frame.
Someone please help me!
So I guess you won't be wanting this either, will you, Santa? Oh. You're weird, Pie.
Toe Jam and Earl from the stone cold 90s classic Toe Jam and Earl are 2 aliens from a distant alien civilization that independently and coincidentally invented the musical genre known on Earth as rap. But Toe Jam and Earl's sick beats couldn't save them from crash landing on Earth, where they are unacquainted with the foreign concepts of Christmas or jolly old Saint Nick. They are, however, acquainted with the concept of gifts. And so the funky duo stroll around snatching up presents like a toddler on Christmas morning who hasn't learned to read the gift tags yet. That was my DVD box set, Tarquin. No, it's not cute when he does that. Anyway, in their mad lust for hoovering up precious gifts, Toe Jam and or Earl encounters a mysterious figure with a full beard and a blue sack. Spoiler alert, this mystery man is Kris Kringle himself, and if you can sneak up on him and take him by surprise, he'll be so alarmed that he'll drop a bunch of presents. In his haste to flee from this shocking Santa shakedown, Saint Nick escapes on his traditional jetpack, leaving gifts in his wake like a frightened lizard, shedding its tail to distract predators. Poor Santa. And now there'll be no train set for little Tarquin, I expect. In your face, Tarquin.
This hitman wasn't sent by some lowly goldfish. It was sent from a bleak and desolate wasteland by the most ancient and powerful opponent we've ever faced. A hairy, bloated, pagan god. Santa Claus!
Point-and-click heroes Sam the Dog and Max the Rabbit are freelance police, or as I like to call them, armed vigilantes. The thing is, they don't actually seem to have much freelance policing to do, which is why when they're menaced by a giant robot sent by Santa, they have plenty of time for an impromptu trip to the North Pole. That's got to be at least a 7-hour flight. Also, it looks like they drove?
Well, here we are at the North Pole.
When we find Santa, leave the talking to me.
In a convertible. Brisk. Dubious Arctic travel choices aside, it's a good job they showed up, because it appears Santa has been possessed by a demon and has holed up in his workshop firing a submachine gun at anyone who tries to get in.
Hi, we're collecting guns for tots. Care to make a donation?
Just don't get that thing mixed up with little Tarquin's Nerf blaster when it comes to present wrapping time, okay? As it turns out though, it's not Santa who's been possessed by the demon at all, but instead one of his poor elves, which explains why he's been spraying bullets at them.
Santa, you okay in there?
Ho, 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 ho! Eat hot lead, you little bit!
As if it wasn't bad enough being unpaid seasonal labour. Eventually, with the help of the spirits of past, present and Christmas yet to come, the gelatinous demon is reduced to a single plate of wobbling jello.
Bummer. Well, we tried. Get him!
Which is fine until Santa eats that thing that looks suspiciously like the demon he was just cowering from and comes down with a nasty case of demon possession of his own.
Ho, ho, ho! Jello! Sinful.
Santa, no! Don't eat the Jello!
Oh, I don't feel so good. Ah! Ah!
Great! That's exactly what we thought we'd avoided in the first place. Still, that's what you get when you teach Santa it's fine to eat food left out by strangers.
One of the fighters in Clay Fighter 63 1/3 should be familiar. He's got the fluffy white beard and the big jolly belly. He has made a few modifications to his traditional Santa outfit though. Well, he's going to catch his death of cold up in the North Pole. This semi-nude Santa Claus is called Sumo Santa and uses his festive food-filled gut as an offensive weapon. I'm getting horrible flashbacks to the chest burster scene from Alien. Naturally, being a contender in a fighting game, he's regularly going to get beaten up. What's more, a match in Clay Fighter often ends with a violent claytality, and no beloved Christmas deity should be subjected to being kicked in half by an evil snowman.
I'm adding you to the naughty list. Take this!
Claytality!
Though we should point out that Sumo Santa gives as good as he gets in the claytality department.
Santa's gonna sit on your lap. Ouch!
Oh! Imagine doing that, and then having the audacity to put someone on the naughty list. Regardless, the game was only rated T for teen in the US and had no age restriction in the UK, suggesting that an entire generation of kids were traumatised by watching Santa get the stuffing knocked out of him. Not to mention the turkey, and the sprouts. All the trimmings, really.
Hey, kid, it's me. Remember me?
Oh, great, it's the crazy lunatic.
What was that?
Oh, nothing, mister.
Hey, I'm, Santa Claus.
If I correctly understand the habits of Santa Claus, this annual gift man lives at the North Pole for most of the year, except for the month of December, when he lives in shopping malls, in an ice cavern made of fiberglass or possibly a log cabin made of also fiberglass. As a kid, your best chance of meeting Santa is at just such a Santa's grotto. I know it, you know it, and so does Rudy, the drunken fake Santa Claus from Rockstar's high school sim, Bully.
There's an imposter going around claiming he's me. He's ripping people off by posing for Santa pictures and charging for it. That's my money!
This jealous fake Santa is so incensed by the presence of a better, realer Santa elsewhere in the town of Bulworth that he directs protagonist Jimmy to go and find the real Santa's grotto and F up real Santa's whole deal.
Come on, step right up, get your picture taken with Santa Claus. Come on, kiddies.
Jimmy has the good judgment and decision-making skills of a child, because he is one, so off he trots to smash up Santa's Christmas castle with a baseball bat. Real Santa can only look on in helpless, heartbroken horror as little Jimmy ruins Christmas faster than a politically charged conversation at the dinner table. Welcome to your new lifetime membership on the extra naughty list. You still get coal, but it's on fire.
But for the first time ever, I share with you the most important story yet. For this, my friends, is how the saints saved Christmas.
The saints from Saints Row and Santa Claus have something in common. They're not real saints. The real Saint Nick was an ancient Greek who died in 343 AD, and the saints are a bunch of murderous criminals. It's clearly that common ground that drives the saints to come to Santa's rescue in Saints Row 4 DLC How the Saints Saved Christmas. Well, that and the fact that apparently the universe is about to be put on the naughty list by Santa Claus's evil alter ego, Santa Claus.
We don't have a lot of time. Claus is coming.
What?
That's Claus with a W. You really want the subtitles turned on for this one, otherwise it's going to make zero sense. Poor old Santa has been trapped inside a simulation by alien antagonist Zinyak and is gradually wasting away while his horrifying doppelganger is gaining strength.
You willfully break the world's laws. Now feel the wrath of the mighty claws.
Do those rhymes count as Christmas rapping? That's rapping with a W. You really need the subtitles on for that joke as well. You have to sprint around bringing the festive cheer to this virtual world by ringing Christmas bells and setting up a projector to show holiday classics at the local drive-in, all while avoiding the aerial bombardment from an evil Santa clone.
The holiday spirit, it stings and burns. But that's not enough for the tide to turn.
But all's well that ends well, as Claus with a W is defeated during a massive shootout at Santa's workshop between the saints and a selection of elves, gingerbread men and Nutcracker sweet toy soldiers. Not that kind of Nutcracker. And as for the boss of the saints, whose body count must be well into the thousands by now.
And what about me? Am I on the nice list?
You've come a long way, Stephen.
Very diplomatic, Santa.
Of all the messed up stuff to happen to beloved Coca-Cola mascot Santa Claus, this has to be the most disturbing. In Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer map Winter Crash, the familiar map Crash is decked out with twinkling lights, a fresh fall of snow, and a big old Christmas tree, in addition to the traditional crashed helicopter. What setting could be more festive for a truly savage deathmatch? The answer is no setting. And this would all be fine and good, except what's that up in the sky? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, children, it's only Santa's bloody sleigh. In the airstrike on this map, the usual military hardware is replaced with Santa's legendary sleigh, pulled by a squadron of reindeer and raining down fire on the soldiers below. Yes, it looks like the sleigh is dropping gifts onto the battlefield, but the only thing it's delivering is death from above. I, for one, am confident that Santa would be shocked and horrified to discover that modern warfighters had jacked his ride and commandeered his deers and repurposed them as a magical combat aircraft. Surely this was done without official Santa oversight, because the jolly fat man himself would never have allowed his sleigh to have been turned into a weapon of war. Oh no, Santa! Surely not.
Thank you so much for watching this festive video. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons and ring that bell like it's Christmas if you'd like to be notified every time we put out a video. If you'd like to continue the festive vibe, up here we have the traditional Xbox Xmas challenges, and if you want something that's completely unrelated to Christmas, down here we have some tragic, heartbreaking boss fights from Outside Extra. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.